For some reason, that cold shower was a lot harder than it usually is, and I think it's because I put so much more pressure on actually doing it today, because today is like the first. Yesterday I took it as like a bit of a rest, and then today is like the first day of my regimented routine of waking up at 6, going to sleep at 10, winding down at 9, and starting work from 6 to like 12. As usually I find them quite easy because I've got into the habit and the routine of it. So yeah, I think it's because I put a lot of pressure on it and I couldn't control my thoughts in a way. So when I was like thinking of anything, and when I was, just trying to let not the cold get over me. Okay, so cold shower is completed. The next thing to do on the list is take creatine, vitamins, that type of stuff, and then go outside, get some sunlight. Also need to buy some washing machine pods for like washing my clothes. So I need to do all that stuff, and I need to sort out my room as well. My room's looking like an absolute mess at the moment, and I'll actually show you guys my room. But I need to definitely sort out my room. I need to rearrange the furniture so I have a designated sleep space, workspace, and just resting space, because apparently, I've never tried it before, but apparently your brain doesn't wind down because it associates areas with different things. So cold shower completed, so that's good. And we're kind of on target with time as well. I think it's like 6:46, and I only want to actually start working at like 7, so it gives me like another 15-20 minutes to actually walk, get some sunlight, carry on with my morning routine, see where we can go from here. Also, I should have done my bid before I got into the shower, and now I'm looking like a scruff, because I was supposed to do my bid today, so I think I might do it later on just before going to the gym. And the other reason why I've written everything down is because I don't like having any sort of like decisions in my head. I want everything just to be, like for example, earlier when I needed to know what I was going to be doing, just look here, it's already there for me, and it just reduces decision fatigue, and it just reduces any sort of wasting of time and just pondering, oh, what should I be doing, when everything's just already laid out for you. That's why sometimes I'd wear the same outfit to the gym, like set Monday I'll wear this, Tuesday I'll wear this, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe Saturday, Sunday I'll freestyle a bit more because I have more time. But I really don't like decisions, so yeah. It makes it way easier to actually do your routines and like all your habits that you're trying to do if your habits and your routines are like obvious and they're in easy position. Whoa, it's kind of cold. Yeah, it makes it easier to do all the things you're trying to do if it's obvious. So for example, I was in a really good habit of taking creatine because I take it with my protein powder or whatever like sort of shake I was having. I would have it with that, and then I got into this, so then my creatine ran out and I didn't order it again, and then I just fully stopped eating it because it just, I don't know, it's like the habit, I just fell out of it. So now I've got it back in, and I've applied it with my vitamins, applied it with the rest of the stuff that I should be having, and now I'm back on it. And the way I've done it is I make sure that my creatine, my vitamins, and wait on, I should have crossed that bridge and gone around this way and then come to Sainsbury's after. Yeah. So the way I've done it is I make sure my creatine, my vitamins, and my protein is all out the night before, and I just leave it there on the countertop and just make sure it's there, so I don't have to faff around looking for it, which makes the habit easy. And that's another reason why I also have things in set places where I don't want certain things to be out of place, because it makes it just harder to do those tasks. So I don't ever reset the tap on the shower. So for example, after I've had a cold shower, obviously I'm going to leave it cold, but in the night I won't have another cold shower because it'll wake you up again. So what I'll do is I'll have a hot shower. So when I've had that hot shower, I'll finish it off by turning the tap back to cold, so that in the morning I don't have to have that active decision of, oh, I now have to turn the water back to cold. So that's one of the things that I do. If I have like a clear room, clear workspace, clear everything, there's less decisions, there's less fatigue on my brain's actual ability to make decisions and understand where to go next and whatnot. But for the first time ever, Yesterday when I cooked, so I cooked 2 burgers, and before, what I would do is I would soak the freaking pan in like hot water and just leave it overnight because I couldn't be bothered to, like, it was already a chore to cook for me, so that now I have to like clean up. But yesterday, I feel like this is probably also due to the fact that like I've had a huge like identity change. Is I cooked, had food, cleaned all the dishes, the pan, whatever, everything I used, and then I wiped down the countertops and everything, which I never used to do. I used to leave it to the morning after. And then this morning when I woke up, I just was like, wow, yeah, that's sick, because that's like a big step for me, which might not be a big step for other people, but for me, priming the room, priming the environment for my next action is where I want to be. I want to be where every single time I go to do something, it's already set out for me to do, so I don't have to finish a last action to start the new action. So I don't have to clean up after myself from the last time I did it. I can just go away and start a new one. It makes it much easier to go and actually do stuff then. Pods are secured. I don't like using powder because I just can't be asked. That's the honest reason. Can't be asked. But look how sick this is. The shop is there, and then my building is right here. It's like everything is proper convenience. So I have no excuses to not do anything. I have no excuses to not like go eat good, and I have no excuses to actually like want to improve my life. And when you actually get on this journey of like self-improvement, just like actually bang it and do everything you can to maximize your fitness, maximize your stamina, maximize everything, it becomes like very very addicting. Damn, this dog's been tied up. You're a free black guy. You just tied him up. Yeah, so now the time is, I need to get right out of this time thing. I'm shocked here. 7:05. I've got 5 minutes scheduled of outside time. Yo, it's like prison, isn't it? 5 minutes of scheduled outside time. It's kind of cold, so I don't really care. If it was a nice day, then I've been a bit like annoyed about it. But 7 minutes, and all I got to do, yeah, where's the sun at? Get the sunlight exposure right here. Yeah, it becomes very addictive because you realise how much change enters your life and how good you get at everything, and how healthy. Like brain fog, non-existent. Don't get it anymore. Skin, look at this. Let's get into the sun for you guys. Look at the skin, man. Everything becomes so easy, like making decisions, wanting to do things. For example, if I say I'm going to do something, I end up doing it. How many of you can say that you've done that? Or you'll do it for a day, do it for 2 days, and you'll just give up. That's like the biggest thing I've noticed, is that because your brain has so much more power, because you're giving it the right food, you're giving it the right exercise, you're giving it the right supplements and whatnot, and you're actually training it, like you're actually daily doing exercise, you're training your brain to do better things and be better. So when you say you can do something, like all these new habits become so easy. Like I've not struggled with a new habit. I think maybe I'm trying to think of what new habit I had that I actually struggled with. Because even like the waking up early to do cardio in the morning rather than at night, the reason I did it in the morning was because I was spending way too much time at the gym after work when I didn't have time. So for example, I'd get back from like 4:30, I'd spend an hour and a half in the gym, maybe 2, because I just had to get the cardio, 20 minutes of cardio. So if your workout's like an hour and 10, that takes you an hour and a half, hour and 30 takes you an hour and 50. So because of that, it was just taking too long. So I decided to wake up earlier, eat the frog, get all my major tasks done. And once I get all the major tasks done, then it's just extremely easy to live the rest of the day. It's no longer a chore to do the rest of the day. Yeah, so I've arranged my room really weirdly. I've put like the sofa against the wall and the TV's there, but I don't use the TV. So there's literally no use for that. So the sofa can stay there. Because then what I want to do is I want to set up a tripod in front of the sofa and then record me sat on the sofa and I'm just chatting to the camera. I think that'll be good. And now I've set up a workspace with my table. That's all sorted. And then my bed's over there. So everything's now got a space. It's now 7:28. It's a bit later than what I wanted to start at, but It's fine. Let's get to work. So I've just recorded 2 looms. Got that done. It is now 8:12. 2 looms have been finished. They're uploaded to the Discord. And now I'm going to start create another TikTok video. And I've got to make a TikTok video for my personal account. So I've got a few accounts. So I used to have a TikTok based around fitness. Deleted that because I was no longer interested in making videos on TikTok about fitness. And then that spread to Instagram because originally I was called Faizan Fit, and I used to make TikTok videos, fitness videos. And the problem with that is I realized that I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't providing anything different to what other people are already doing. Like everyone else is already saying, do this, do that. It's just going to be another person in the mix. So as a niche, I felt it was very saturated. Whereas my strengths lie in my mindset, my routine, the way I'm able to just say I'm going to do something and I'll do it. The progress I've made in like a short amount of time. Like my strengths rely in teaching people how I've done things and how I've become more successful. So I'd much rather make videos on that and then network with people who are trying to do the exact same thing. So I've now moved my Instagram into more just like a personal brand, more into like teaching people how to do what I do, teaching people how to become more successful, teaching people how to do the things that they want to do the things that they dream of doing. And yeah, that's just what I've been on to. So I have a TikTok account, I have 3 that are faceless TikTok accounts, which I'm not on. But then the one that I am on, which is like, it's in a way, it's more like, because the audience there is just mainly female, it's mainly just to see how the algorithm works using my own face and learning more about the algorithm, learning what works, what doesn't work, learning short form content, like how to grasp people's attention, and also learning how the other demographic works. So I kind of know relatively how guys work on Instagram and what guys are interested in on TikTok, because I do that on Matrix, on my Facebook TikTok accounts and my Instagram. I've been doing that for a while. But I don't really know, like, when girls are on TikTok, what do they stop and watch at? Like, what do they actually do? So to learn how to do that, I kind of tailored that account to just women and like just tailored it to like what they want to hear and like just shit like that. I can't really explain it. It's for shits and giggles. It does well, it gets views. It's very, very low effort. I don't have to do much, and then, yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna film one of those videos later on today, film an actual faceless TikTok video, and I also need to start editing the vlog because I need to start actually like sorting that out. And then I think, yeah, I'm pretty on the ball, I think, for today. Yeah, actually, wow. See, and it's only 8:15, and I've literally nearly done the hard task for today. Yeah, cold. A few TikTok videos later, I need to add images. I need to fully edit the last one. It's 9:14. I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting bored. So it's very, very interesting. But it's like, it gets to this point where I've been up for 3 hours. I've done a lot of the tasks that I needed to do. I need to now crack on with this last final task, and then it becomes easy for the rest of the day. Then it's just editing the vlog, going to the gym, completing the vlog. And I think that's really it for today. Oh, and creating the new style of TikTok video. Yeah, that's going to be difficult. Yeah, that's that's eventful. So I got that lined up. Schedule's working brilliantly though. Quite happy with it. So what am I doing now? I complete the task, all the tasks that I had set out for the morning, and I completed finding a new niche on TikTok so I can make videos for it, and it's actually going pretty well. I'm just figuring out how to do the visual side of things. And then I saw my bed and was like, you know what? I might want to lie down and do some research. So now I'm just doing some research, reading a book, while my clothes are still around me, because I folded them. So you wash them, you put them on the rack, you fold them, and you know what I do? I put them on my bed. So that's another one of the freaking things that I need to sort out is when I fold them, put them on my bed, now I'll put them from my bed to the drawers and stuff like that. But day's brilliant outside. Looks good. I have the gym in like maybe an hour, 45 minutes. All it is today is cardio, abs, some stretching because my legs are stiff. Beard has been sorted out, absolutely patterned. Day is looking brilliant as always. Like Indonesia, they need to clean my windows, but Indonesia, like, look at the water, look at the Mersey, everything's chilling. So beard's done. I'm now about to go to the gym. Everything is sorted. Frying pan has been cleaned. That needs to be put up. But clothes are still on my bed. That'll do after. Even though I should do it before. I need to get in the habit of doing it before. But yeah, everything is sorted. And also, I think I'm going to start... So because I'm starting a new TikTok channel, a TikTok account, basically, Faceless TikTok account, I'm considering doing, like, challenging the people in my Discord to start one with me and track their progress so we can actually, like, help each other and, like, actually just... If anyone needs any help on... Yeah, I didn't do my moustache right. But if anyone needs any help on how to build their accounts and what they're doing wrong and like they need auditing their accounts, we can just do it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a challenge in my Discord and just say, like, guys, hop on it together day one. And every day I'm probably going to document the process. So that's it. 12:35. Finished my morning of work. And now I've got my hat on, got my headphones on. The day is nice, everything's solid. And I'm gonna do gym. So basically I've got cardio and abs, and then I also need to work on my stretching, because I've been saying it for ages that I'm gonna get into stretching and I'm gonna actually like fix up and actually do stretching, but I never do, because it's like, who does stretching, man? But look at the day, the day is brilliant. Beard is cold, as always. I'm cold, you know me. Yeah, what walk. But this morning, what I've noticed is that when you wake up early, well, see, I normally wake up early, but then I go off to work. So technically, it's not waking up early for yourself. Like, you have to be somewhere, there's a deadline. So I kind of classify that as not work. I don't classify that as waking up early, because if I don't make it, I'm going to end up getting disciplinary for work, etc., etc. And I don't want to be like I don't want to do that to my boss, because my boss is quite a nice guy. So it's kind of when you don't have, and if you don't have any responsibility, you don't have to be anywhere, you're not reporting into someone, then waking up is very, very different, because then when you wake up early, you wake up for yourself, you wake up to be more productive and get this shit done. So 6 a.m. up, work done, niche sorted, got the audio done for that, so happy with that. Also, what Apple needs to do is, like, on this actual camera function, they need to put in where you can, like, I was just trying it just in case, where you just double tap the screen and it flips the camera. At the amount of times where I've wanted to, like, show, like, either the time on my watch or whatever, just like whatever I'm doing, it's kind of annoying that I have to, like, flip the camera, sort of video flip it and then flip it again. In the Atomic Habits, it mentions that every single time you do, like, a good habit or a bad habit, you cast a vote for that whatever direction. So if it's a bad habit, you cast a vote for that type of person that does those bad habits, and every time you do a good habit, you cast a vote for the good habit, the person that does that type of good thing. And it kind of changes your perspective on it, because just because you do one bad habit a couple of times doesn't mean that, yeah, you've totally flopped all your progress and everything. As long as you've got more votes for the good habit than the bad, that's what matters. Yo, this looks insane. I really need to start doing more vlogs. Well, I am. This is the whole point of this shit. So yeah, that's why, like, all the cold showers, I've put so many votes in for, like, cold showers that it's like, it's me now. Like, that's just what I do. Like, now, even if I do take a hot shower in the morning, for some weird reason, it doesn't make a difference, because there's only one vote in a pool of, like, a sea of good votes. So, and the other thing is, like, people make change way too difficult. Like, they'll try like some outrageous shit, like, you're an alcoholic, let's say, and you'll reduce, like, your alcoholic consumption overnight to 0. Yeah, you may be able to do that for a week, or if you've got, like, extreme willpower, be able to do it for longer, maybe possibly forever. But for the average person, that doesn't work. The average person has built up so many votes for that bad habit that it's like his brain doesn't even think about, like, the negatives of it. It's just the path of least resistance to getting that dopamine hit, rather than actually searching for, like, a good quality dopamine hit from good habits. That's why they just don't even bat an eye. Like, it's the path of least resistance. How many habits have you done like that, or bad or good, but because you've done them so often that they're just so easy to do? For example, That's a good one, probably most people do. I would like to say most. It should be everyone, but let's say brushing your teeth in the morning. Sometimes you don't even think about it. You just go into the toilet, have a shower, and then if your routine is to do, you know, brush your teeth afterwards, you just do it and you don't even really think about it. So that's kind of how you fall into the trap, because it just leads to resistance to do that. And another way of like implementing new habits is to habit stack. So if you've, let's say, one of my routines, let's say I wanted to implement, for example, was like flossing after I brush my teeth. It'd be actively thinking every single time I brush my teeth, put it like a sticky note on the mirror, that every single time I brush my teeth I've got floss. You floss for like maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You don't do like ridiculous amount of times, like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. You would just do 10 seconds at first, and then once you've done that 10 seconds, you would then go up to 20, 30, 40, 50. And once you've got to like a good, like let's say a minute, that's it, the habit's complete. You then just leave that sticky note up on the mirror and you just carry on with it. And that is probably the best way to implement a habit, because then next time you go brush your teeth, you've done so many times that you've flossed your teeth after you brush your teeth, that is part of your habit routine. That is the habit flow. So yeah, that's the easiest way. 20 minutes of cardio. Currently, because I'm not cutting, but I don't want to do what I did last time and go for this like weird ass bulk where everything inside was getting finished. So I'm on like 20 minutes of 120 beats per minute plus type cardio, while keeping it around there, like not too high, and doing it pretty much every single day. The only day I missed out was when I was down in Coventry, so I was like, fuck it, I don't have time. Well, I actually didn't have time. Like, usually when people say they don't have time, they actually have loads of time. They're just being lazy. But the biggest thing about the cardio, I think, is doing it while you can like do something else. Because if you actually don't have anything else to do, or if you have other important things to do, and instead of that you're putting cardio in its place, you're going to end up doing it. And also, I do this thing where if I'm wearing like a long sleeve something, jumper, whatever, I won't take it off because I can't be asked to take off my hat, my headphones. If it was AirPods, then fine, I'd risk it. But it's just too much effort, so I just leave it on my neck. And it becomes more of a hassle. But I still won't take it off, I'm still leaving it, so that's where I'm at now. Anyway, I've got 15 more minutes of this and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Also, my coach has got me, so he wants me to do low stress cardio. So he says avoid the Stairmaster because it's like too intensive. So he says do bike and do treadmill. So here I am on freaking bike, and it feels intensive. It doesn't feel like, it feels the opposite of the Stairmaster. I find the Stairmaster easier than this shit. Like the constant monitoring of my heart rate. Like with the Stairmaster, I know if I keep it on this level and I keep relatively the same tempo, I know where my heart rate will be. This is like, it's like a, what do you call it? It's like a tightrope. If you go too fast, my speed jumps. If I go too slow, it just drops. So it's like, what am I playing now? Yeah, this is not low intensity, I'll tell you that for free. Might have a word with him this Sunday. And last week's check-in, oh my days, last week's check-in was horrific. I look like an absolute potato. He goes, nah, you look better. I was like, what are you on about? I look better. You look like a potato. So hopefully this week I can actually like see something. I don't know, I probably won't. But what kind of rubbish is that? He goes, yeah, you look better. He goes, I can see a bit more definition. I was struggling to see definition. All I've seen was love handles. Allow the hair, but this is what happens after you take off a cap, I guess. Like Musa and them guys say, I'm about to clock in for my shift. Yeah, I'm gonna get this video done now. I keep saying it, I've said it in the last 5 clips. Video's getting done now. Be right back. So I've completed the TikTok video, absolutely done, happy with it. Just gonna make another one tonight because I want to post 2 a day. Just had food, was watching TV, and now I'm going to make that new video. And yeah, I think I'm pretty much done for the day, and I'm just gonna do some reading, do some journaling, that type of thing, and that's it. I'm gonna get better and better at this thing because I missed out a lot on my day, and TV might be so loud, so whatever, I'll see what happens.